Welcome back to Reaver 2. Yeah. And I gotta admit, like, he looks fantastic. And he feels a little smoother too, and the animation of how he walks and like how he fights. I definitely feel like they put more work into this, or they had more time to perfect the craft. I would love to see like another game come out. But like saying that in this generation, like another game that would come out like that would all be like gay and woke and would I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how they could pull this out and be like a spectacle like it is now. Oh, he does has the Reaper? Oh wow. Okay, so he has this ability too. So I'm guessing that he can wall crawl and all that shit. Oh, well, and the souls have like little skulls? Now, why do they look so gay in the physical realm? They don't look gay, but they don't look as nice as in the first one. But in here, they look cool. Nice.
Influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
Well, we'll definitely get some answers. Well, I think the staff was probably forged by like the Reaver somehow. Because the staff look like the Reaver. That I noticed. Oh, she just transformed into a spirit? Okay. There's more? Whoa. What is he doing? That was weird. He like charged on its own? He missed the target and he was just kinda... Oh, he locks onto it. Interesting. Wow, the echo of this room. I wonder if I need to kill the other one, but for the door to open. Probably not, but let's see if this does anything. I know I can open the other gate. Yeah, I didn't think so. He runs faster.
As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So,
I had dreams like that.
The beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Kain's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Kain. I had not thought such a thing was possible, until, of course, Kain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity. Willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment.
That's kind of weird.
Was now in command, and I, now merely...
So basically, he's back in time, right? And he sees like the Reaver, because the Reaver's already absorbed into him, unbound and with him. But now he sees the physical form of the Reaver, and he's healing the Reaver with his own soul and making the sword bound and one. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. That's kind of what he's saying. Like reality itself is kind of like being like fuck you there, because it doesn't seem like this scene should be like possible, and he's kind of like breaking aspects of reality by doing what he's doing right now, and it's weird. It's weird, but it's fascinating.
Its helpless host felt my soul being leached to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, The blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kain who...
Now he has the sword and the Reaver.
The only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you. Kain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Kain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the Wheel of Fate demands it.
What did you say?
The Wheel of Fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled.
Dude, don't get weird.
We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
Oh, don't feel so mighty.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Kain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Kain out and destroy him. In the name of the one...
Why would you just toss that away?
You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous...
Regardless of my strength.
It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
Ho ho ho!
So this was the legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains.
That's really cool.
Defenseless villages below. His reign of terror ended when the Seraphim finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Seraphim therefore...
Vampiric unlife?
Lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Seraphim, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
Now you're thinking too much. But